Welcome back to our special hour of GMA Now On Call Plus Autism. We're talking with parents of autistic children, including Dee Dee Khan, who is currently spearheading a new animated children's show that will have an autistic character. We'll have to hear about that in a minute. But I really want an update on your son. Danny's now 16?
He's 16, and bless his heart, he's doing better than we ever expected, because you begin to realize that you live in a different time zone when you have a child who's autistic. You learn patience like you never knew you could learn. And to quote Mother Teresa, you know, we cannot do any great things, but we can do a lot of small things with great love. And if I can say anything to parents who are just getting the diagnosis, it's not to be afraid of the A word. I mean, if it wasn't for the love and the devotion of the therapists that have worked with Danny, we'd never be where we are. There's this wonderful woman, Therese Dana, social skills. She taught Danny how to raise his hand so he could go to school. It took 6 months, but he would look up and raise his hand, and now he's on the computer learning to type. And he can tie his own shoes, and he got bar mitzvahed.
Very good.
So Ken, how's Christopher?
Well, he's doing very well too, and I agree.
He's really, 13.
He's 13, that's right, and you really do have to have faith. I think that it's really easy for parents who first get the diagnosis to kind of freak out, and they see this kid who's lining things up, and he's not talking and so on, and flapping his hands, thinking, oh my God, he's going to be like that when he's 20 years old. You know, I remember when Chris was about 2, he left the house, he was wearing his underwear, and he climbed a tree in the backyard. And it was so depressing to me, because I thought, oh my God, he's going to be doing that when he's 20 years old, you know, I mean, But no, I mean, autism is a developmental disorder, and you have to keep remembering that. These kids will develop, and they will grow. And just because you do something doesn't mean it caused whatever came afterwards. So I think it's very, very careful. You have to be very careful as a parent to remember that the kid will keep developing and growing, just at a slower rate. And that takes an awful lot of faith. And I think that's the message, like you said. You know, you really have to just accept the kid, accommodate, and have faith that the kid will do well.
And Joe, we'd love to hear about your daughter Mimi, who I believe is 21.
Mia's 21. Yeah, Mia's 21, and well, you know, it's funny. Sometimes people will ask, "What's it like to have an autistic child?" And always my response is, "I don't know what it's like not to have an autistic child." So I think it's that, and it echoes a lot what was just previously said. In other words, that is our family structure. And so it is all those things. It's demanding, it's trying, it can be very difficult at times. It can strain a family, you know. But my wife and I, we've been together a long time. We've been together almost 40 years now, and but in many ways it's brought us closer together. And Mia does well. She does better than many have done, and perhaps not as well as some have done. She functions, you know, better and better, I guess is probably the best way to put it. And the main thing is, our emphasis has always been, she has to function in the world. She has to adjust to the world. The world's not going to adjust to her. So throughout her life, we've tried to, you know, push her, integrate her in terms of schooling, in terms of everything, to where she, you know, it might be a little harder for her, but she's going to have to make whatever adjustments she has to make in order to function in this world.
We'll talk more about treatment options in the next half hour, and we're going to take a closer look at the various treatments and options that are now available, from the wide range of behavior therapies to some of the latest medications. Plus, we'll take a look at the debate over the causes of autism, including whether or not childhood vaccines may have played a role in some cases. That's all ahead on GMA Now.